Hello everybody, Justin here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. Before jumping into the charts, don't forget to like, share and subscribe as well. We are exchanging my knowledge for your time. It is fair, right? Okay, so let's go to the charts. Okay, so we had not a dump, but we was expecting a sell-off because we were already overextended, and we know that we had a rising wedge. Okay, I highlighted in my last video. You guys can take a look. So first things first, we start from the monthly, and here we can have here we have another run to the just a second. Is 3. Okay, we didn't make it on Bitfinex, but we made it on Bittrex, okay? I run to the 0.003 cents range, which is great for later continuation, okay? So right now we have this bearish candle on the monthly, which is a big red flag, okay? Let's take a look for, okay, we won't have much info here for OBV, and it's not accurate as well. Let's check volume. Okay, we still have raging volume here. Let's jump into the weekly. Okay, so first let me see if I can find a I don't know. I don't think we will have a USD chart with more info. Yeah, it would be nice, but I don't believe we have. So okay, let's keep going. I already searched for it, but I didn't find anyone. Okay, so here on the weekly we had the first 50% plus rejection, followed by around 80% rejection. So the first was not all the way bearish, but the second was, okay? And we end up with this move due to high volatility, okay? And then we had the same candle again. They tried again and end up rejected again, okay? And right now, as we can see, the buyers are leaving, so the momentum, the pressure are fading already. And let's see what we have here. Okay, around 00262, okay, right below 3. Let's see. Okay, so anything below 00262, it's a lower high, okay? So lower high followed by rejection equals red flag, okay? So not even close to a good scenario for the bulls, okay? I believe the smart money already left their positions, okay? And what we may see now, it's some disbelief or FOMO, but nothing great for bullish continuation. Let's take a look on OBV. Okay, volume. Okay, so as we can see here, this candle here in between was the bullish continuation, okay? And right after, what we saw was late bulls plus FOMO, okay? Because if this behavior here was like a full continuation, we would see at least higher volume, okay, compared to the seller's volume, which is not the case for now. And now let's take a look. Let me see if I'm not missing anything here. Just a second. Okay, so anything above this level here, it's resistance for now. Okay, so some people would say, well, but this level here is now support. That's how people read such levels. If it's not resistance, it's support. If it's not support, it's resistance. Yes, but there is a problem, and the problem is there are levels where the bulls find value and they will buy, and there are other levels like this one that they don't find value here. Okay, because this kind of range, it's bearish territory. Okay, so not a big deal. As you guys can see, we have red activity all over this place. So even for the support here, is not worth the risk versus reward, which means the reward here, the chances for another move up are very low, and the risk is very high, because the stop loss and liquidations should be around this level. Okay, so not a big deal. And now let's jump into the 3 days. Okay, so this scenario right here, it's tricky, and I believe many people will fall here, and I'm going to show you why in the daily chart. Okay, so we already saw all that rejection, right? So we know in the higher time frame it's not bullish. Just a second, please. Okay, let's go. Sorry. Okay, so right now what we have here, it's a bearish pattern developing. So for the sake of this picture, I'm going to use a line out of my range, my common range, okay? That should be below 0.000015. But for the sake of this analysis, let's look at this one here, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a bit above or even more or a little below, doesn't matter, okay? It's not going to change the outcome, okay? But even if you want to lower it a little bit, won't change anything, okay? The only thing here that you can see a change is if you are longing or shorting, because you need straight and close numbers, okay? For example, you can make a long here or a short at a high leverage using or addressing wrong key levels, okay? Because you will end up liquidated or stop it out. So right now what we have here, and we already saw this kind of scenario back in the last year many times, and this what we are going to have here, it is still possible to have another, and likely, okay, to have another impulse here, and people will say this is bullish. They can address this scenario, or even a bearish a pretending pattern, okay? What is a pretending pattern? It's the power of suggestion. If you are looking for bullish continuation in a bearish scenario, you can find anything you want, okay? Because people are bull biased. And so every pattern they look at it, they will say it's a bullish continuation, which we know it is not. Okay, so have these things in mind. And for this guy here, for a matter of fact, we have a higher low here to here. Let me take a zoom. Okay, so far this is a higher low, but again, this last guy here, it's not a valid pivot yet, but it's going to be soon. Okay, so it is valid to draw a line like this. It's not wrong, but so far this is speculation. Okay, and we are only addressing lines for valid patterns, not speculative patterns. Okay, so for the sake of this example and this analysis, we can make a few draws to make it clear, so we can have a better understanding of the whole picture. And so if we address this scenario here, it's valid, okay, because we have multiple touches, one far away from the other, but it's also valid to draw this, for example, right? So the problem here is this: if you make this draw here and you trust it because you know it's valid, what you can end up with is this. You are going to place your short around this level. You are going to draw a line right here where we have a strong transition place, as you guys can see. Closed above, action. Closed below, action. And forth, back and forth, okay? So for the sake of this example, you place your short here because you're trusting your line. And then we end up with a move like this. A little bit more aggressive. And you are stopped out. And then the move goes into your direction. Okay, so just a little few tips. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, so the proper way to drop the lines, you will always look for valid pivots. Okay, I already explained how it works in many of my videos, so you can check it out. And now, okay, so what we can do here, this is one of my trading setups. I have three, okay, and sometimes I use information from all the three, so I can have the bigger picture for a better understanding of what is happening. And even though it's not 100%, okay, even if you have like 99% certain, sometimes it end up in the wrong way. Okay, so it's all about getting close and stay ahead in the bigger picture. So what we can do here is this. Let me finish it first. Not green, black, please. Okay, so this is one of the tools I use to measure patterns, okay? And so here, as you guys can see, we have this strong gap here. It's not a gap like in stocks, okay? Like a candle here, another one here, and this is a gap. No, I'm talking about a gap on price, on volume, okay? So, and as you guys can see, another way to look at it, we have a big area here and a small area here, right? Which means I talked about it in the last video, and I highlighted this level here. I also said the bulls would look for to buy again at this level with their shorts and liquidation below. That's exactly what we are seeing here right now. And so the bears, the top bears, the smart bears, what they know, they don't short support levels, right? And they know the bullish activity is fading. So what they do, they will wait around this level here, which will give us lower high, and another lower high. So, and for the sake of this example, let's say our next lower high is going to be around this level here. Let me close this one. So we end up with what? This pressure here and this pressure here. And the bulls have no firepower anymore. All they have left is their bunker without firepower. Okay, so just another way to look at things. And for this pattern right here, some people, the people who are in the wrong side of this trade, they will look for bullish continuation. And what we will end up with a strong run from the bear side, okay? Because here they are going to do this. They will look for another higher low, right? Because we have one and we have another one here, and they will look for another one because they have to defend their little bunker. Okay? Because otherwise they know if the bears pierce this level, they are doomed. All their positions will be wiped out. And the bears will have even more firepower to do their thing. And so how this probably will play out? Just like I said, we go another lower high, and then the bears will jump in force. Okay, expect for a strong move. And again here we may see a little bull trap here. Okay, so how this will play out? People will long, following everything that we just talked about, and in the small rally they are going to jump in. Okay, and then we will look for so let me clean everything here. So the level we will look for before zooming out, let's take a look on this guy here. I'm not going to disclose just a second. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, if you guys saw my latest videos as well, I already explained more about the 50 price average for contraction and expansion. Okay, that's all this is about. So what we can see here, okay, I already talked about it. I'm going to show you. I showed it, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this is it's going to be a premium tip from the Champions Club, and take notes. So as you guys can see, we will always look for the price average in patterns. Okay, so this is for trading setup based on patterns, fractals, and the price action behavior. Okay, so what we saw here was we had the first on the 70, 80, and then to the golden, rejected, and then to the 50, right? And rejected on the 50. So we already had confluence from the average price. That another way to look at it is this. And also we are losing steam and firepower here. Okay, so what we may look next is another run to the 50. That is our price average for this range here. Okay, so this is what we may end up, and again it's going to be a lower high and another lower high, all the way bearish, but people in the wrong side will call it bullish move, and they will long around this level here, which is going to be 00191. Okay, and then they will be stomped out and will lose the floor. So okay, let's go back to the bigger picture just for a second. So this move right here was an aggressive move around 127%. Just for you guys to know, we had a similar move with XRP back in December. Okay, XRP made a comeback above 100, but end up with a strong rejection. Okay, so this move here, it's bullish. Okay, because we pierced the previous lower high. Just a second, please. Okay, sorry, but it doesn't mean we can't go all the way back or even make another lower low. Okay, and so just for you guys to acknowledge this here, as I said, we don't have a chart on US dollar pair with all the data that we need for a straight observation and measuring all the levels. Okay, so we read what's written and we have half clues. So from half clues we do our analysis. Okay, so again, for this scenario here, let me see. Okay, so let's look for a pivot here from the structure that we were talking about. Okay, so as you guys can see, we don't have, by a little, but very close, we don't have a valid pivot here that will be triggered on 001642, so not valid yet. Talking about a pivot now, it's speculation only. Okay, and so another thing here, so far we don't have any evidence for bullish continuation. Okay, and so what is also possible to happen here, we already saw the bear side. Now let's take a look on the bullish side, which have like 5% chances or max 10% chances for the bull break. Okay, so let's take a look on it. As we know, we don't have a valid pivot yet, so it is possible but very unlikely to develop another continuation structure here for a bull break. Okay, because we know without the trigger it is possible to have continuation, but we already talked about, we know that we don't have this momentum anymore, and we have strong bearish activity. Okay, so just another scenario to look at. And again, as you guys can see here, this whole Fibonacci setup is not to measure bullish continuation, but instead it's to measure contraction. Okay, and so far we don't know how much this contraction is going to be. Okay, so have this in mind, and now let's jump into the 4 hours. Okay, so here is our bearish guy that we just saw in the daily chart. I believe we can make a amazing draw here. Fantastic. Let's take a look on the 2 hours and maybe 1 hour. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Because I wish a clear scenario so we can have a better perspective of it. Okay. But perhaps 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours, fantastic. So what we are going to do here, we are going to link only pivots. Okay. So this is another hint for the Champions Club. I'm not going to disclose everything. Okay. So what we are going to do is this, and again, this method is only for people who trade patterns, okay, and understand patterns, are able to read. If you are not familiar with patterns and you try to trade or invest based on patterns, you are not going to have a good experience, okay. So watch out, and remember, this is for entertainment purpose only. I'm going to draw body to body, okay? But we can do with week to week. So as you guys can see here, it already broke. Can you see? It's like this, right? So what we are going to do is from week to week. So as you see here, it's not broke, okay? And so what this is what we talked about on the daily chart. Just a second, please. My throat's killing me. Sorry, let's go. Okay, so this is a bearish pattern. Okay, I'm not going to trade Digibyte, but if maybe we share this trade in the Champions Club, we already have targets for it. Okay, we already know like a little bit where it's going to be the drop, just like it was for XRP BTC, just for you guys to have an idea. Just a second. Okay, it's Bitfinex dollar, not this one, sorry. Bitstamp. So as you guys can see, we were right on this analysis as well. I didn't trade it because I missed it. I was a bit late, and I wasn't looking to jump late on this trade. Okay, I don't like to chase on FOMO or trade on FOMO as well. Okay, right. So we are developing that structure that I mentioned before, lower high, and the next one is not set yet, but it is possible that can be this guy here, okay, our third lower high. So have this in mind. Another hint, some people will look for a draw like this to catch all the lines and all the price behavior around this range here, as you guys can see here, 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 and here. Okay, and like I said, some will call it a support level, okay, just because we bounced from it 2 times and another one, and it keeps going because people will keep scalping. Okay, even in the, believe or not, 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minute charts. Okay, people will be trading, and especially people who are using RSI, stochastic, MACD, whatever, in etc. Okay, and so we are due for a bear break here. If nothing changes, we are due for a bear break. Okay, if for some reason that we don't know, we don't have any technical clue, evidence, if by any means, any chance we make a high, okay, but we don't have any evidence, so it's like waiting for a bus that will never arrive. Okay, let's take a quick look on the 30 minutes. Okay, so the 30 minutes scenario is a bit worse because this guy here was like it's like a rage from the bears, because I don't believe it's enough. Okay, let's take a closer look. Let's measure this guy here. So as you guys can see, again, chasing the price average, rejected on the golden, but the golden is triggered. Okay, so I won't be surprised to see another move here, but it's unlikely because for the short time frame analysis here, if we measure this guy, or even from here to here, it's 780, 60. Okay, so it is possible for this one here to be our next lower high. Okay, so watch out, stay safe, and also we don't have a clear cut from a head and shoulders, but it's possible. Okay, so watch out, stay safe. I believe we covered everything on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. I hope this info help you the way you can see, the way you can read and understand. And this is it for now, guys. Let me take a look on the chat. John Ripple, hello buddy. Amir, Digibyte, I love Digibyte. Nice. John, I love money. Nano. I will try to look at Nano soon. Jane, hello Jane. Oh, you are welcome. Thank you. Sabai, you are welcome, friend. Thank you. You're welcome. John, hello John. Thank you for your feedback. Okay, guys, I believe this is it for now. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. We are exchanging my time for, my knowledge for your time, okay? And we grow together. That's the best way to do it, okay? Thank you, Jane. Thank you very much. I will see you guys soon. I will make another live today, maybe in 30 minutes, 1 hour, okay? Thank you. I will see you guys soon.